Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Vikas Sharma. I'm a dermatologist and hair transplant surgeon at Derma One Clinic. Today in this video I'll be talking about warts treatment. Warts are very common skin infections which are caused by HPV or human papilloma virus. Now I'll be discussing about the various treatment options that are available for treating warts. I'll also be talking about the treatment of warts in different body parts. For example, wart removal on face, wart removal on hands, finger and feet, genital warts treatment. In the end, I'll also discuss about the precautions that you can use to avoid the spread of warts onto different body parts. Now, let us first try to understand what is a wart. As I said, wart is a viral infection. Now, how you get it is if you come in contact with somebody who already has that infection. It may be by sharing common items such as towels or razors. It may be by shaking hands. It may also happen by sharing slippers or walking barefooted on a surface which is contaminated with the virus. Now, coming to the treatment options, the virus is not really susceptible to any antiviral medicines. So, we have to basically damage the skin which is infected with the wart so that it can repair itself and then a healthy skin may be there after some time. By destroying this infected skin, the virus also dies in the process. After some time, the skin repairs itself. The second method of treating warts is by inducing an immune response. This can be done by various methods. Now, first I'll be describing the destructive methods. The most commonly used methods are radiofrequency ablation or CO2 laser ablation. Now, in these methods, the infected skin is damaged with the help of certain waves. They may be radiofrequency waves or it may be a CO2 laser. These waves, when they come in contact with the skin, they heat it up and damage the infected skin. The virus also dies in the process. After a few weeks, this infected skin is replaced with healthy skin and the viral infection may be cured. The other methods involve application of acids onto the surface, such as trichloroacetic acid, salicylic acid, lactic acid, or these acids, once they come in contact with the skin, they damage the proteins which are there in the skin and damage the skin which is infected with the virus, leading to death of the virus and replacement of the infected skin with healthy skin. Now, these acids are usually used by doctors under their own supervision. For example, trichloroacetic acid. All these acids are pretty strong. They can be used only by qualified professionals, but sometimes salicylic acid, lactic acid, or salicylic acid in the form of corn tapes, they may be used by people infected with warts for treatment of warts at home. Now, they are relatively safe, but still it is better to diagnose your condition first with the help of a doctor and then treat it. Now, let's talk about wart removal creams. There are basically two types of wart removal creams. Number one is retinoids or tretinoin. These creams, when they are applied to the skin, they lead to exfoliation in which the infected skin cells are shed off and they are replaced with healthy skin cells. The second type of wart removal cream is 5-fluorouracil. This, when applied to the skin, kills the infected cells along with the virus. Next method is injection bleomycin. This injection, when given under the infected skin, kills the infected skin along with the virus. The other method that is used very commonly is cryotherapy. Now, this is also known as wart removal freeze or wart removal pen. This contains liquid nitrogen or liquid carbon dioxide at very low temperatures. These gases, when they come in contact with the skin, they freeze the skin, they freeze the infected skin, which leads to death of the infected skin cells, and this then sheds off after some time and is replaced by healthy skin. The only problem with cryotherapy is that it is difficult to control the depth of this. Next method is podophyllin or podophyllum toxin. This is a method which is commonly used for treating genital warts. It stops the multiplication of infected skin cells and thereby destroys them and leads to replacement with healthy skin cells. Now let's talk about the immunomodulatory treatments. These treatments, they induce body's immunity to kill the virally infected cells. This can be achieved with the help of imiquimod cream. This is to be applied under a doctor's supervision and it can be applied to the mucosa as well as the skin. Once it is applied, the immunity gets induced in that area and that kills the virally infected cells. Now, in the recent past, there have been a lot of studies which have been done on vaccines. Now, there are certain vaccines which, when injected under the skin, they induce an immune response which in turn kills these infected cells. This can also be done with the help of auto inoculation. Now what it means is we take a piece of the wart. If there is a wart, we take a small piece of it. We make a small cut in your forearm or any other area of your skin and insert that small piece inside the skin. Now once our immune cells come in contact with these infected cells, they try to kill them in the process. They then start recognizing these infected cells, and if such infected cells are present anywhere else on the body, they try to kill them also. So this is how it can be achieved with the help of immunomodulation. Now let us talk about wart removal on face. If you have big warts on your face, then typically we tend to do an RFA procedure or CO2 laser procedure to destroy that area, because these big warts, they don't respond very well to creams. If you have very small warts, typically the face tends to have plain warts which appear like small black dots. Now if you have plain warts or small warts on your face which are few in number, then again we should be doing RFA or CO2 laser, because we want to destroy the infected skin and do not want to give it a chance to spread. But if you have many small plain warts on your face, which happens typically when you come in contact with an infected razor or something, and that shaving area gets infected again and again with those plain small warts. If you have multiple such warts, then we have no choice but to give you creams which can be applied over a large surface area, and that can take care of the warts over a few months. In such a case, RFA and CO2 are not preferred because they can lead to scarring when done over such a large area. Next, we come to the warts which infect the fingers, hands, or feet. Now, these areas are special because they tend to be a little bit thicker than the normal skin that we have elsewhere on our body. These areas, when infected with a small number of warts which are relatively big in size, then again we have to use destructive methods. For example, RFA, CO2 laser, cryotherapy. Sometimes we may choose to cut a small part of the wart with the help of a surgical blade. We may also use injections of bleomycin. We may also use salicylic acid lotions. We may also use TCA or trichloroacetic acid on that area. Also 5-fluorouracil cream may be used for these warts. Now, if there are too many warts in this area, then we tend to prefer immunomodulatory methods. For example, as I discussed, vaccines and other methods like auto inoculation as well. These methods, when they are used, they induce the immunity of the body to kill all of these warts. Now coming to genital warts. Genital warts are typically treated with podophyllin lotion. They can also be treated with TCA or trichloroacetic acid application. Also, sometimes we may need RFA or radiofrequency ablation to treat these warts. Sometimes imiquimod is also used to treat it with the help of immunomodulation. Now, genital warts are special because they are sexually transmitted in some patients. They can also be transmitted otherwise, but most of the times it is sexually transmitted. So patients of genital warts should ideally be under the treatment from a specialist, because in some patients these genital warts can also lead to cancers. Now coming to the precautions that you need to observe to avoid the spread of these warts. Simply put, you have to understand two things. Number one, avoid sharing items when you are infected, or if somebody is infected, avoid sharing items with them. And the second thing is avoid contact with the infected skin. So to give you some examples, if you are having warts on your face, especially in the area where you have beard, if you are shaving, try to avoid shaving in the area where you already have a wart. You can use a trimmer instead, because shaving will lead to micro trauma, and this can lead to spread of the warts in the non-infected areas as well. If you are trimming also, try to trim the non-infected area or the normal area first, and then try to trim the infected area, and then sanitize the instruments that you are using. Also, if you have warts on your hands, try to keep them covered with the tape, or avoid shaking hands with people, avoid touching doorknobs with your bare hands. Then if you have warts on your feet, then you should avoid sharing slippers or walking barefooted. If you have genital warts, then you should use barrier contraception at the time of sexual intercourse to avoid the spread of warts to the other person. You should also avoid touching or scratching the infected area, because it can lead to the spread of that infection onto the non-infected skin as well. Now, this was all about the warts treatment and the precautions that you need to observe to prevent the spread of these warts. If you still have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below. I'll try to reply to all your queries.
Please subscribe to our channel, and for more such videos and information, please click on the bell icon. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.